Hello friends, welcome. So today we will be reading from class 10. Okay, the life process. We are going to read transportation. We have already seen various nutrition, we have seen respiration, we have seen transportation in animals, and now we are coming to transportation in plants. So when we see the transportation in plants, there are two transportations that is happening in plants. One is from root to the leaves. So this occurs for photosynthesis because they need to make food. And other transportation is happening, the prepared food from leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, so these are two basic transportation that is happening. So this is done by, so from root to leaves, this is done by xylem. So this is done by xylem. And from the prepared food is moving through the phloem. The prepared food is moving through the phloem. Okay, so now we can see that for plants it requires chlorophyll for the photosynthesis. So for plants, soil is the nearest and the richest source of raw materials like nitrogen, phosphorus and other minerals. So the absorption of these will occur through the part in contact with the soil, which is roots. Okay, so there is a root here. So the root is there. So herein, if the distance between the soil and the contacting organ and chlorophyll containing organ are very small, then simple diffusion can be done. If it is very small, then it is diffusion. Okay, but if it is large, we need some special mode of transport. Okay, for that, this special mode of transport, then we have specific vascular system. We have specific vascular system. So vascular system means, what is the vascular system in plants? Xylem, I told you just before some time, and phloem. Xylem and phloem. Okay, so here are two pathways. So now coming to first one, how is transportation of water that is occurring? So what is happening in xylem vessels, the tracheas of roots, systems and leaves are interconnected to form continuous system of water conducting channel. So from root it is moving upwards. So there are cells like tracheas are there. Then we have the next will be there. So all the water conducting channels are there. It's forming a continuous channel. So at roots, what happens? The cell is in contact with the soil, which takes up ions. Okay, so in the root there is formation of ions. So first step that is happening here is diffusion. So from the roots will take up water by diffusion, water and ions. Okay, by diffusion. So once it enters the root, it will move through the stem. It has to move through the stem. So when it moves through the stem, it will move through capillary movement. Capillary movement. So as it moves through the stem, a space is created as the one water molecule moves up. As one water molecule moves up, okay, there is an empty space created here, and other water molecule will take this space and this will move up. So that happens in the capillary movement. So that, and the last one that occurs is the transpiration pull. The last one is transpiration pull. Transpiration pull. So what happens in the transpiration pull? In the transpiration pull, the leaves will release water, excess water. This is known as transpiration. So during transpiration, there is an empty space which is being created and this is being filled. So the leaves are pulling water. So water is being pulled. So this is known as transpiration pull. So what are the three steps? We have diffusion, capillary movement and transpiration pull. Okay. Next, coming to how is food and other substances distributed. Food and other substances will get distributed via the phloem. Okay, so the phloem will transport amino acids and other substances. Now, the phloem can flow upwards as well as downwards. The translocation of food and other substance takes place in sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells both in the upward and downward direction. So unlike the transport in xylem, which is largely explained by simple physical forces, translocation which uses some amount of energy. Okay, and materials like sucrose is transferred into the phloem by using energy from ATP. So thus this increases the osmotic pressure, causing water to move into it. The pressure moves the material in the phloem to the tissue which have less pressure. This allows the phloem to move the material according to the plant's need. Okay, so that's it in the transportation in plants. Thank you.